And back for a little late night stream. Don't know how long ago. We'll see. See how ambitious I get, how tired I get. Hope all the audio's good. And away we go. I looked out by where the Efreet spawns. I don't know if somebody's here or not. Hope there is. We'll try out danger level 1. Well, I did that wrong, but it's okay. Gotta clear all this anyways. I'll go defensive for now. Look at all the pretty sparkles. Yeah, that's pretty normal for my setup here. Get a little pause at the start. There we go. I'm a little surprised that no one else is coming here to claim it. There was somebody lurking around. Oh, right, I gotta get rid of that thing, otherwise I'm just gonna be fighting myself. I'm gonna get rid of that. It's very hurty. You know what? I think I'm gonna turn off auto attack. Okay, now let's go. Instead of killing myself slowly with my own attacks. Okay, so at least one of them was the placeholder. So we got that going. Let's take a look here. Pretty sure I got everything set up here. Line kick is the last one. No, wait. Tail rake. Yeah, flying kick should be the last one. $39. I think I got all this. Let's see, 40, don't really have anything. Guess we'll be updating that one with that one. And I think that's going to be taking up that one. Yeah. But that's not the 41. Look at that, we got one of them to yellow already. Just means it dies that much quicker. See, 120. Alright, we're working on, gonna be working on fear resistance and in this one. Gotta prepare for the planes. A lot of them like to cast fear, especially when you're in a party. Switch over to defensive stance. And then we'll get this party rolling. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. How many points we got? We got one. So one of these two should get my AA up. Doodle doo, doo, doodly doo. That's a trade skill one. Good. Sometimes some of those go into the dragon horde. Sorry about that. So once I hit 40 or maybe 41, I'm gonna recall, try to get the last of my spells. If I get around 300 platinum or more by then. I only have 5 spells to get for wizard, and that'll be the end of the spells I need to collect. Get a runner. Now we'll rest up. Please try to play smart. Pull We'll do the monk rest. Actually, I need to practice that. Also need to practice that, apparently. Before I forget, if you resist, see if this goes up in price after the first one. It doubled. It's typical. So we'll save up for this one so we can upgrade our... Damn, he got his buff on. We need to take that away. Of course not. Bump, 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 bump. There we go. Much better. It's like we're not getting very much luck with the rare spawn here. Oh shit. That was way too early. Jump the gun like a smart guy. SMRT smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. Old Simpsons is the best Simpsons. All the new stuff is garbage. If you disagree, yeah, you're free to do so, but I disagree. Third guy should be up here pretty quick. Offensive stance, huh? I like offensive stance better than striker stance. Some people swear by striker stance, but for whatever reason, it's not doing the 25% to hit. Good timing there, buddy. I knew you would come through. Still got 6 minutes on that. Switch to defense. Try to mitigate some of the damage. Actually, let's do evasive for now. Evasive maneuvers. Sparkle, sparkle. All the sparkles. Then we do the spin cycle and the advanced spin cycle. Shit. Well, gotta admit defeat there. I don't have any mana. Well, a little bit. Not very good health. Oh, look what just popped up. Yeah, we'll wait. There's no rush. Whoops. Oopsie doodle. Ah, crap. I think we'll try to break these up. Mostly don't want to screw up the back area here too much. Farming the outside is not priority right now. We'll take it out eventually. I don't know if we'll get to the plains tonight, but we'll definitely try. Or we'll get there tomorrow. Just waiting on a little bit of mana, a little bit of mana, a little bit of mana for me. What is the spell range? Not on all of them. Interesting that this keeps switching order. Whatever. That's about what I expected. Wow, that didn't do shit. At least we're blowing one guy up. We got this guy before he got his buff up. That's good. That's always good. Switch over to offensive. Get us a little bit better DPS, hopefully. A little bit better DPS at the cost of health. Nah. I don't really care for slow fights. But sometimes you gotta go a little slower just to live through the battles. Oh, that's nothing. Nothing that I know. I don't know what it's good for. If any of you know what it's good for, let me know. Good start. Got rid of that. Save myself a bit of pain hitting him. Ooh, that was a nice one. Very nice one. Too bad that spring came in. This really was a private party of that buddy. Nobody invited you. Cover. Get ready on the late old hands. Good enough. I think that might have been my final. That was the Panther, I think. Great. Fizzle, fizzle. Dick. Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. We'll give him a little lightning tickle. I do believe that was, yep, at least one of them was. The Panther inside. Panther inside. The Panther inside. Don't mind my terrible singing. I think at some point I'm gonna go reorganize my spell book. So what I normally do is go to the last 2 blank pages and then fill them out with whatever is my current and then current spells that I'm going to use. The ones I use the most get put on these 2 pages. Secondary goes on the second 2 pages. And then with the not mage, the wizard teleports spells. I'll set them in their own little block too. Eventually all this will get buried as I go from class to class, and then I'll keep just kind of going to the next 2 pages like that. This time I might do it a little differently. I might go through the pain of trying to do all the level 1s together, all the level 2s, level 3s. So that when I go through, start over again on a different class, I'm only going to be changing one at a time. Sure, I've said that before, but if there's anybody new watching, they might want to know. Maybe they don't care. Who knows? Right now, I'm trying to get the Ifrit Lord to spawn. See if I can get when I get his ring. He also drops a pair of boots. They're minor and the most likely to drop. Yeah, got the placeholder again. Lucky me. He's being kind of stingy today. Or antisocial. Monkeel for the rescue. It's about not the time I was expecting him. Good thing I got the last one done a little bit before. Cause breaks it up a little bit. I wonder if I can bind anywhere in this, because it prevented me from binding right outside here. That's one. I need two. Two for this one. Yep. And after that, I'll probably go back to this one. Got a lot of work to do on the AAs. And then I'll have to do it all over again on the... And the next beta, the pre-order beta. And then I get to do it one more time. On the live. Those of you not aware, I deleted my first character and started over. And yeah, had quite a few good items. Had about 500 AA points. So that's a bit of a reset. Okay, if you comparison, I got 42. I'm basically not even a tenth of the way back. And yes, it was my choice. I was kind of getting bored of it anyways, so wanted to play from scratch just to test out what it was like to get the new gear kind of in order. Because when I was started first playing, it was about 3-4 weeks ago, maybe about a month we'll go with. They only had like a new sword in Befallen. At the time it was called the Footman sword. Now it's been transferred over to the Baron blade. Has it? Well, gotta take off about 2 points on the damage and about 2 points off stamina and dex, and that would be about the starting point. So 10 damage. The delay stays about the same. The weight changed a bit. So you got 5 dex, 5 stamina, which is a pretty good mid-level sword. And you can get that around 20-ish, depending on how aggressive you want to play, how good low-level gear drops you got. And I've been sticking to difficulty 0 and 1. I might go up to 2 when I do a playthrough on low level. First low level. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and how many other ones. Right, many times I feel like adding or trying out a different class. Because as much as I like this build, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm thinking I might do Necro next. I'm not sure. But the ones I'm gonna do for sure are Cleric will be in there. But if I do Cleric, I'll probably do it with the Shadow Knight. So then it would be Cleric, Shadow Knight, Monk. Because I'll lose the lay hands ability, so that'll make my survivability go down, but it'll be compensated by the cleric's buffs and better healing. And there'll be Enchanter at some time, like I said, Necromancer. Probably do Shaman. Warrior maybe, I don't know. Mage, maybe. Druid, maybe. Not so sure on Beast Lord. Berserkers, maybe. Bard. That would be one of the last one. Bard, Rogue, and Druid. Those are the three I don't really care for. Warrior seems kind of redundant in any of the builds I have. But we'll see. Once it goes live, you're gonna have that character for as long as you play it. So at some point I'll probably go through them all. Shit. Time to die. It's monks like you that insult all of them. No wrath? Right, I don't think so. I don't think I'm that big of an insult. I mean, maybe. Do you guys agree with this statement? I'm sure there's some of you that do. All you nice ones. Variant symbol. Placeholder again. My lucky day. Oh my god, not even 200 plat. Yeah, I was looking over the Discord for this game. There's a few, trying to see if there's a bug report on some of the permanents that get over it and I know I've talked about them before, but I can't seem to find my post. That or I had a discussion about something else. Okay, the next kill should level me. Well, son of a biscuit. I should really use that buff more. Tend to forget about these lower level or lower timer buffs. Supposed to damage them, the damage shield, if you will. Ding! Level 40, yay! Now we get all those skill ups. I'm gonna use the Leo hands here pretty quick. Or not. Or maybe we will. Shit. Yeah, much better. Don't need to kill ourselves hitting that stupid shield. Alternate currencies. Don't look like we're getting many. I don't always catch what gets looted, so I like to check them out in case I missed one. Oh, 40 did. Will I get anything worth upgrading? Not so much. At 41 we get something nice. Do something nices. Oh, that's a... well, I can't use that one. Actually, I'll probably put that one there to replace that one. I thought it had a 1 second reuse time. That would be perfect. But alas, we have to live with disappointment. I was lucky. Hate it when they resist my dispel. Then I gotta beat on them, kill myself on their damage shield. Suppose I don't have to attack until I get rid of it, but where's the fun in that? Very nice. Eventually we'll pull them in. Gotta keep this all clear. Let's keep the auto attack off for a little bit. Well, that's not going well. Finally, geez, took enough chaos. All that wasted mana. Nice. Got the placeholder again. He's being very antisocial tonight. Can't even get his garbage boots if he doesn't spawn. Wasn't expecting you that soon, son of a biscuit. That throws a little monkey wrench in the works. Ready to pop the Leo hands. interesting that bug is still going. I think that's going up because of the repost. I don't know why it's considering it a hand-to-hand move, but I think that's a bug they've been working on, or they're just gonna leave it, one of the two. Let's switch over to offensive. Oops. My bad. I didn't mean it. Whoops. Didn't mean to pull another one. Got a little too aggressive. Okay, I was just looking at some bug reports while I was healing up. Might add one to it. Oh shit. Whoopsie doodle. That's a little too many. That was not part of the plan. Well, while I'm laying here, I'm gonna, well, I'm gonna deal with that guy as soon as my thing clears out. And then after this guy, I think I'm gonna go use the bathroom quick. Okay, well, lay here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Have you tried this build on difficulty 4? Spell enough to sustain harder content without would be enough to do raid solo. Yes, I have done this before. Oh crap, hold on. But on a different character that I had a couple days ago that I deleted, started this guy. I had this exact build at one point, and it was very strong. Had better gear and all that cool stuff. Wow, I'm killing myself on that shield. I was able to solo most of the D4 dungeons, starting with level 10 stuff, went all the way up to about here. When I got to this point, then I would go back down to D2. But I could solo most of the raid bosses in D0 and D1. And very few people can solo in Sky any of the mobs. Maybe Island 1 and 2 you can solo. But most people would go in groups because the harder content, they're gonna tame that down once they tune it for solo instancing. But they haven't done that yet. I hope that helps if you're still out there. So yeah, it'll definitely be a good build. You just gotta get the right gear. This is low level stuff. But when you play through, I would say in your first playthroughs, grind out your plane gear a bit before you pick new classes. Make it easier on yourself so that you can go through the second time, third time, fourth time, how many times you want to start over. You'll do it. If you're talking about first time playthrough, doing raid difficulty 0 solo, depending on the look of the drops that you get and how long you farm that stuff you want before you go into the plains, you should do fine. Just have a plan for yourself, and you can probably get the gear you want, unless you're getting really terrible drop rates. This playthrough I got kind of lucky. I got this on like the second time he spawned, got this third time. Got that on my first kill of the frenzy. So yeah. So my gear isn't fantastic, but it's a good start. And then you got 2 any slots where you can put anything. To help you maximize out your stats and all that other stuff. respawned. Neat. Yeah, your first time through, I would say stick to D0, D1. Get yourself gear. Don't frustrate yourself. Use the public dungeons if you can. If they get too crowded or people are not willing to group with you, then switch over to your own little private instance of the dungeon and farm the shit out of it. I'm thinking of starting the game with a monk, rogue, shaman. That's a decent one. They're all good. Everybody's made whatever build they think of work. I've struggled with a few, but mostly because I rushed to start over, didn't farm the gear enough while everything is spawning. That or I'm standing too close to that entrance like an idiot. We're gonna have to break this. Let's kill this guy. Try to kill this guy, and then we'll fade out. Okay. Whoops. Alright, you said you're gonna try monk, rogue, shaman, but replace monk with tank class if need be. Yeah, you can change your loadout anytime you're in a city. Some people, let's see. Some people set up 3 different loadouts and switch between that, but when you do that, your gear is gonna switch. So if you do it 2 and you have nothing safe for that, then all your gear is gonna go into your bag, or it could go into your key ring here. I don't understand why the key ring is not for keys, but everything else pretty much. But yeah. Son of a biscuit. You're not supposed to be here. Ooh, that was a good mend. Must have got one of those critical mends that I paid for with my 8 days. What are we saving up for? We got 2. I think I was doing this one. So the spell blade here, as you can see, it's all the hybrid classes that get that, which turns your first spell gem into a procs. And the procs only works if your cast, where it says 4 seconds, is higher than the reuse timer. On this one, it's 1 second. That's base cast spell. Any haste that you got put on it does not count towards that. Which means, yes, I could put my heal in that slot and it would procs a heal. But these AoEs, the ones I got, would barely. This one barely does not work because the cast time is 5 seconds, and then, or never mind. Cast time is 5 seconds. Reuse is 12, so way out. And this one's 5 seconds and 9. That one would be usable. This one would be pointless. Can't use that either. But mix and match, play around with that one if you're gonna go hybrid. Yeah, Fadeth helps. Some people say that relying on it doesn't matter because deaths don't matter. Because they believe it's faster to just take the death, eat the death, and run back than it is to wait for your your extended targets to clear out. Which could be true depending on where you're in the dungeon, but this back area, it would take a while to get back here, so I would not recommend eating a death if you're farming this area, if you know where this is. I hope that helps out. Hope you're having a good evening there, Michael. On the other difficulties, in difficulty 1 is the only time mobs will turn and run from you when they're low on health, with the exception of most, if not all, of the undead. So when you go to difficulty 1, none of the mobs will run from you. So you don't necessarily need like a snare to stop mobs from running. Of course I gotta reach them all. Let it rain sparkle effects. Pretty spell effects. Oh, good, he didn't get to buff his stupid damage shield. It's good. Good that you're having a good evening. Would it be better if I could get into beta and play? Hold on. Would be better if I could get into beta, playing EQ Library now and not enjoying it like I used to. I'm sorry to hear that. But I can understand that if you've been doing live or the yearly new servers with their rule sets. That could get boring after a while. I'm sure this game will get boring after a while too, but right now I'm liking it. The funny thing is if I didn't get into the beta, I probably would have never had the interest to really play it at all. So now I can't get enough. Which one am I missing? Oh, that one. So some of my permanent ones are not permanenting enough. They get taken off. I need to reorganize my spell book. Could always go through this way. Nope, that's 2 levels away. Divine Purpose seems to get taken off for some reason. I think dots override it, which seems like a bug to me, but maybe that's meant to be. But to me, that seems anti-permanent, unless you're actually dispelling it, but they changed dispel in this game to lower your timers, so it won't even touch your permanent ones because they don't have timers. But whatever. I'm gonna ask in the discussion on the Discord, see if it is a bug or if it's a feature. See if I can get it fixed. Crap. I made a boo-boo. I made an oopsie. I'm a solo gamer at heart, so this is perfect for me. I play the Hero's Journey server. The Hero's Journey server, was that the one that kind of preempted, or was before this, and then it got shut down? Or is that a different game entirely? Yeah, they gotta work on the pet classes for this one. Pets, even with the changes they did, where they made each pet have an actual class. Mages have their 4 different classes. I don't know what all of them are, but I know one's a warrior, one's a rogue. But they turned the enchanter pet into a paladin, and the necromancer and shadow knight pet is now a shadow knight pet, so it'll do shadow knight attacks and spells, including harm touch, I believe. Yeah, it was sued by Daybreak. Okay, that's the one, yeah. In that version, didn't you have to go to the class leaders to learn the new classes? I think that's how it was. I watched somebody stream it. I didn't have much interest in it. One, because I had a suspicion that Daybreak was gonna do something to it, especially if they tried to monetize it, which I think they did. Which is kind of a no-no when you're doing private servers like that, especially if you don't ask for permission before you do it. And I think that I don't know exactly how much influence Daybreak has over the server, but I don't think they're patching or I guess they have ultimate choice of how it gets monetized and all that stuff. But from what I understand, it's gonna be just a monthly feed. I don't think there's any. Wow, that guy just does not want to spawn tonight. What's that stupid currency that you can buy? That's not going to be in this. And the visit mast of each class to retrain to a new class at the same time you're at before. So if you got to the trainer at level 10, every trainer you visited put you at level 10. Or if you got to the other trainers at level 40, they were all level 40. Am I understanding that correctly? Because in this version, you get your loadouts, and you're the level of the lowest level in your loadout. So if I were to say change monk to enchanter, I'd be level 10 again. Okay, so I did have it right. That was different. And you could change any of your 3 classes at any point, so long as you visited a trainer. They didn't have difficulties for dungeons in the world, did they? Where you could switch difficulties or even set up your own private dungeon instance? Or did they have private instances for dungeons? At first I was kind of resistant to having private instances for dungeons, because kind of ruins the feel of the original intent of the game. But if they're gonna have 10,000 or more people playing on one server, then you probably want to have the option to have your own instances. But so far, they're gonna leave in the public dungeons, so you have that option. So more options is better. There was a cooldown for class change at 7 days, if I remember correctly. And you had to have a class reset token. So did the class reset token, the first one was free, and how did you get the other ones? Did you have to pay real money for it, or was it all in-game currency? Hey, you get back here. I'm not done with you. Now you're dismissed. So yeah, you can, in this one, once you go back to town, there's 3 you can set up if you want, but you're gonna, all of your gear is either gonna go in your bag or it's gonna go into your key ring over here. And then if you would switch between them after that, then it's gonna memorize whatever gear you had on that. So each time you switch back, switch. So what I'm gonna do is just keep this one and then switch out 1 or 2 from here. Wait, at the start, your primary classes are only what the race can actually do. I don't remember what XR was all limited to, but Paladin and Wizard weren't one of them. So I started with Monk as my primary. On your first level 50, you'll get a token that'll let you pick another class to be as your primary. Or I think you use it for race swap if you want to open up a race. So then you can swap between the race, which would be the only way you can redo your personal bind. Or not personal, but origin bind. Because right now there's no way to change that other than through race swapping. But you'll be able to bind almost anywhere. Some dungeons are barred. Like this area, I could not bind to, which I kind of understand, but that kind of sucked. You can gain currency and it became more expensive each time you reset, although there was RMT option. What do you mean by RMT? Is that a random something something? Real money transaction, of course. Okay. And that's why they got shut down. As of right now, I don't know of any money transactions they're gonna put in this game. Oh shit. Bastards almost got me. Yeah, right now they're not gonna have real money transaction tokens. You'll get a token, like I said, where you can pick to open up a race or pick up open up a new primary class. But there you can open up new primary classes by doing the quests in Sky, the Sky quests, and completing all their turn-ins for that. And then races you can open up by maxing out their factions. Like here you can see, max out that, and then you'll get that. Or you can do it with the race unlock token, or you create it from the start. And then the classes right here. These are all the complete where you get the class unlock token. I don't know if there's other ways to get more of these tokens. That one I don't know. But if you complete all these, or get all their quest items from in Sky, you'll be able to unlock that. Okay, and then there's ways to unlock. Someday you'll be able to unlock all this. Got it. So that's not in right now. Ooh. Hi there. You're not allowed to have that shield on. It's too hurtful. I could see that if people were buying those tokens. I don't know how many people were playing it. God, this guy is not spawning. And I'm wasting my mana with that. I have not seen the Ifrit Lord once since I got here. He's being very antisocial. Run, little piggy, run, run, run. Oh, wait, he's flying. He's a flying pig thingy, whatever. $100,000 per month. Yeah. I wouldn't mind making $100,000 per month. I could live pretty comfortably then. That was interesting. Can you guys hear me? Because my stream said I just kicked out per minute. I hope I'm back on. Let me check something here. I think I'm live. Hopefully you can hear me. That was interesting. Because my Streamlabs said it was offline there for a couple seconds. But it says it's back. I hope you didn't leave there, because thought I suddenly ended my stream. I usually announce when I'm done, unless my internet kicks out or random we get kicked off by some other means and I can't get back on. Where are you going? You're going to get a friend. Okay. Okay, get a friend too then. Now how good of a friend you are if you're running to your friend, you have your friend get killed. It's not very friendly, is it? Ooh, and another one. Where did he just spawn right on top of my ass? Okay, let's go to recovery. And then we'll get ready to do lay of hands. Usually wait until I get around 20% or lower. Depending on how crazy. Whoop, that got a little lower than I wanted it. Blow this guy up. Yeah, 4,000's pretty respectable for an old game. But if they charge $5 per token and each person bought one token, that's at least 20,000. And then if they each buy one per day to reset, yeah, that could add up to 100,000 very quickly. They wouldn't even need to buy a token daily. They'd buy about one a week, all 4,000. That'd get you that'd pretty much get you your 100,000 in the month. Well, son of a bitch. I thought there was only one out there. My bad. You were only supposed to be one. So let's try to kill the one really quick. And then fade death. Unless I get my ass kicked, which seems very likely right now. Yeah, we better switch to defensive. Okay, let's clear this out. I don't have enough mana to drag this fight out, and I don't really want to switch to evasive and then just drag it out even more. They also sold large bags and various other buffs, cosmetics similar to EQ Live. Yeah. Yeah, they had other ways to make money. Yep. In the end, it cost them their server. I had a few friends that got into that and were a bit salty when it got shut down. I don't know why they were expecting it to stay up when it wasn't controlled by Daybreak and they were charging real money to buy stuff. And like I said, that's kind of why I avoided it. It sounded interesting. But it wasn't worth the time investment until I knew for sure that what Daybreak was gonna do. Because they're not known for sharing. So yeah, gotta take whatever risk you feel like taking to play each game. From what I understand, the pet classes could all summon their own version. So if you were like a necro mage, a chanter, you could summon all those different types of pets and have them tanking for you while you're standing behind, nuking behind your wall of pets. Yeah, you can't do that here, and I think maybe they're gonna try to allow for more than one pet at a time. I think, don't quote me on that. But they do want to make the pets stronger. First stage was give them each a class, which helped out a bit. But right now the pets are not very useful beyond basically difficulty 2, roughly. If you're trying to take a pet into difficulty 3 and 4, they're just gonna get slaughtered. Unless, of course, you charm one of those creatures inside of that, then your pet is useful. But they tend to break the charm a lot. You'll rarely get a charm pet to last the full 10 minutes. But if you can get them to last one fight, it helps a lot. No, I believe the plan is just a sub, but this is Daybreak, so you've been warned. They like their cash outs, but as of right now, there is no cash out. As of right now. Again, this is Daybreak. And they like their cash outs. But I think this is I think it's an outside team that's making this, so maybe they'll leave it alone. Especially if it pulls in a decent amount of money and a decent amount of customers. We'll see. Time will tell. Fizzle, fizzle. what was their sub gonna be, like 15 or 20 bucks something? So it's not too bad. I think it says on their pre-order page, which I do have that linked in the description for this this stream, if you want to check it out. There's a lot of useful information on that page. Some of their future plans, like what they already planned that they're gonna release Kunark, but Kunark's gonna have lots of changes. And then after that, they're not gonna be doing the same one-for-one expansions. They might mix it up and do different expansions in different orders, or they might just make their own expansions. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this game. I mean, the changes they made to Black Barrow and Befallen, those were nice. Because some of my gear comes from, this is from Befallen. This is from Black Barrow. That's from Befallen. That's from Befallen. And then this is from Befallen. That came from Black Barrow. And that one you should recognize. That's old gear. Ding! 41. I don't know if this is in live where you can look through your spells and pick off the spells from the side. So in this game, if you have the money, you can buy all the class spells and memorize them all when you buy them. You don't have to be that level to memorize them. But you won't be able to use said spells. This is something that's in my book. If I try to pick it up, it'll tell you you're not high enough level. So when I start over and pick a new class, if it's a caster class, hopefully I'll have enough money to just go and buy them all, memorize them all. Then I don't have to keep running back and forth to town. But the first playthrough, you're gonna have to kind of pick and choose your spells. Up until you start getting enough money, that's for sure. I still have I have 5 spells to get for my wizard class. I think most of them are teleport spells. But I got every spell that I can get for the paladin and most of what I need for the wizard. Okay, I want to, before I go back to New Sevelis, I don't know if you've seen that. It's they have it outside of Queen House in North Row, I believe it is, along the coast, where a bunch of sunken ships are. There'll be a little cave, and you gotta click on the entrance to enter it. See if this bitch spawns before I leave. I want to see if I can bind out here. Kind of cheese it a little bit. So we're going to add that to my hot bar. Also, I don't know how many alternate points they allowed or if they allowed any, so there's no limit to how many alternate achievement points you can earn. So eventually you can get everything for every class if you so desire, depending on how long you play it. But any caster is gonna want to get this one right here. It adds up and adds a new spell gem, which is why I have so many sitting over here. I think the normal is 8, and you can add up to 6 more. So that gives you a total of 14. With this build, do you find yourself focusing on melee overcasting? What do you mean by melee overcasting? I mean casting over my melee attacks? Is that kind of what you mean? Depends on how fast I want to kill the mob, if that's what you're referring to. I definitely want to get rid of that damage shield that hurts. All depends on, do you focus more on melee damage or casting for damage? Kind of depends on how quickly I want to kill it. And how fast my melee attacks are killing it. So if I turn my spell blade back on, then this spell, which I changed. Oh shit, I can't use that. I fucked up. I fucked up. I gotta change that back. I didn't read that spell. That was supposed to replace that one, not the shit. So now that's not going to procs at all, so let's just put it back. And those two are sharing the cooldown timer, so yeah, even better. I messed up pretty good there. Well done there, Mr. Mugen. You played yourself good. But the better melee weapons you get, you'll of course do better damage with the melee, and of course you gotta upgrade. You can either upgrade it by farming that gear, or use the alternate currency and drop those in, but you can only use son of a bitch. This could get nasty if I don't kill that son of a bitch. Let's get rid of that and that. Okay. Let's see, 41. I didn't read that right. I put that one in the right spot. So which one? Right? Lightning. I think it's lightning strike. Double check that. Yeah. Now I just gotta wait for the aggro to clear and I can fix my mistake. Yeah, it all depends on how quickly I'm killing and how quickly I want to kill. And not every spellcaster is gonna have good damage either, so you gotta kinda play it by ear. The heck? Am I lagging? Nope. Okay, now we got it fixed. Wow. Just does not want to spawn for me. Oh well. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Sparkle, sparkle. Okay. Switch to evasive for a little bit. Oh crap. Gotta take that damage shield off or I'll kill myself on that. Oh, nice. It missed. So yeah, each stance has its benefits and possible negative effects. You'll take a bit more damage in offensive and striker stance than you will in defensive or evasive. Thank you for the stream. Have a good one, you too, Michael. Have a good night. I don't know if you're still out there, but thanks for stopping by. See, I'm gonna see if I can cheese bind out to this area, or if I can get bind it anywhere past those annoying bats. Okay. Target herself. See if we can bind here. Nope, can't bind here, so. Seriously. Well, that was a fail. Well, that was a nice heal. Okay, while this is clearing out, I am going to take a small break. Okay, I am back. So I was trying to get invisibility on my bar. Putting my stealth back on. Or invis back on. Do one quick check. Not up. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to invis myself here. Not without having to kill these two jerks. So, fuck it. So I'll let those all reset. And then, I'm gonna see if I can buy myself on this side or if it's basically blocked except at the entrance, which is where I'm guessing. Okay. That's a rare, I believe. Shit. Damn bat. Messed everything up. Noxious spider. Is that a rare? I think it is. Says it is. I don't know what it drops, so I'm gonna look it up. Oh. Well, that's a chest piece. Never mind. Thought maybe it was a bag. Or there's the golden chitin bracers. That one's okay. Okay, nothing really to write home about. Okay, that's that. Okay, I got a rough idea where I am. It's a good thing they're not multi-class, otherwise that would have been a dumb idea. Let's see, 266. I don't know if that's enough for my last 5 spells. But I'm gonna go up, set up a solo instance for the Nagavan's layer. See how much I can do. Oh, hi there. It didn't work as I planned. I don't know what I was thinking, trying to cast into his right next to a guy. That's aggressive. Not well thought out plan. Obviously. Okay, let's try that again. We're gonna set up our own solo instance because the dragon and some of the bosses are not in the open world anymore. Danger. I'm in danger. So in your own personal solo raid, there's not going to be quite as many mobs in there. And you may or may not get all the named bosses either. I think you're gonna get all the named bosses for this one, because there's only what, king, and it's 2. It's only like 3 in the dragon, so the other ones like fear and hate, you're not gonna, you won't be getting the whole dungeon when you do like a solo raid. You'll get part of the dungeon and a handful of bosses, but you're probably gonna get most of the fear bosses, but I haven't tried that one yet. I think at some point they're gonna allow a full version or a fuller version of raiding that zone by yourself. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what they're planning. Also, I think in the solo raid, the mobs are a little easier. But I'm pretty sure you don't get full EXP, because that wasn't the other times that I ran this not at level 50. You're getting basically what you would get in if you were in a full group kind of EXP, so like less than 1%. Unless they changed it recently. We'll soon find out. Yeah, you're not getting shit for EXP in this area. Oh well. I don't know if I'll be able to take on the dragon at this level, but we'll give the old college try, as they say. It's more meant for trying to get loot. But there was a bug in another bug where some of the named bosses weren't dropping their proper loot in a solo raid. So we'll find that out soon enough. Just gotta get past like another 3 mobs. And then the king I'm gonna have to split up. Because I think he's got 2 guards with him. Which reminds me. Shit. Can't have that open. Now let's go check that out. I gotta wait for man and health come back. I'll leave that. Bronze, van bracers, sell. Okay. I think most of the stuff is not on there. We'll soon find out, won't we? So, but maybe when I kill the dragon, that'll probably be it for the night stream. And if I can't kill him, that'll probably still be it for the night stream. Of course you are, jerks. Okay, it works. I could argue with it. We cheesed it. However, we have to break up the spawn. That's how we do it. So while you're in the solo raid instance, the mobs won't respawn. But if you leave, the mobs will be back, but there is still a lockout timer. So the boss mobs you do kill, you won't get the loot from until that lockout timer resets. I think it's set for a week. I don't know if that's been changed. There was a way to find out. I forgot right now. Is it timer? No. It's not time. No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Alright, you can equip your pet with a couple items too, including weapons. Looks like they reduced the number of the things your pet can hold on to. Okay, I don't see it. I'm not seeing it, and I forgot the command. Is it Alt L? Oh, Control L. Oh. Oh. Still got this bad boy to kill before we go on to the king. The king in his court. Let's see if they'll answer. Alt Z, okay. I switched that. Alt X. Because Alt Z will bring out my record window for NVIDIA. Knockout. Looks like it's half a day. For loot. I don't know what replay timer is. So it looks like they changed it, so it's 20 hours or half a day, one of the two. Well, there is 3. Ow, that hurt. Or is it only 2? Thought I saw a 3rd one. Or is it that stupid pet? So this guy, there was an issue if the pet was still on aggro. Yeah. Okay, we'll make this work, I guess. Whoops. Oh well, let's take out the pet, I suppose. If this takes too much time, I'll just it to death. Okay, we can damage him a bit. Kind of. There go my Leo hands. Whoops. Not doing a hell of a lot of damage to him in defensive stance, so we'll have to cast down a bit. But he was kicking my butt if I went into an offensive stance. Let's run this to recover. We'll soon find out if I get loot. Hopefully. Hopefully I can kill this guy before I run out of health and mana and everything else. Bit over 30 seconds, bit over 8 minutes. You're not allowed to resist yet, jerk. I might have made a mistake. Oops, I meant to cast this. Can I take out the last 5% before he takes out 40% of my health? Maybe. Well, we are getting the drops, okay. So what do I got here? As much as I'd like that, we'll take this. Get ourselves a bit more mana. Give me one. I only need one. No, it's slightly better. What's the other one they got? It's not on my list here. Major shielding. Oh, that's an older one. Hell, do I have a better one than greater that I forgot to put on? Nope, that one's next level. Yeah, I gotta start organizing my shit so I can find it easier. Stumpy, stumpy, big boy. Ooh, hi. Fierce Rule, thank you for the sub. And welcome. Yeah, I think after I complete this, I'll probably be heading to bed because I'm kind of drifting. But I still got it's a good dozen mobs left to kill in here yet. Plus, I need all the downtime. So, how are you doing tonight there, Fierce? Hope you're doing okay. This won't be as hard as I get higher level. But I chose to make this raid at this point, so we live with our choices. Okay, got two over here. Oh crap. Whoopsie doodle. Let's see if we can break these guys up. Because taking 2-on-1 is asking for a beating. Right. That works. Gotta cheese it, we gotta cheese it. The cheesier, the better. Look at all those pretty sparkles. Pretty particle effects. It's like, ooh, shiny. Try to push this to end this ding 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 mini ding. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't really have any pets, so we're not going to worry about that. Oh yeah, let's get this one. So that one doubled too. Nice. I think we'll start saving up for fear resistance too. They only get me about 50%, but 50's better than 25. This guy's got a bit of health. He ate that lightning strike like it was nothing. Might have to go to defensive stance. Doesn't look like I'm doing very much melee wise anyways. Yeah. Oh, the delay. Let's Going a little bit faster than last time I fought him, which was in the non-raid. Which I ended up selling the van bracers that dropped because it memorized my sell list from the character I deleted, which is interesting. Ready to pop lay of hands. That's a good amount. Thought I clicked that over and recover. Oopsie doodle. I meant to. Waiting on the man. I love these fights that are like watching paint dry. Let's go watch paint dry. That sounds like a good YouTube channel. I'm sure somebody has that. Hopefully this hits. Maybe I should have saved it for a heal. Two seconds. 1 second. There we go. So, that would be 10 strength, that'd be almost double that, but then I'd lose the stamina. And the AC would be too higher. Yeah, I think that one's better. Okay, moving along. Oh, Wasn't expecting him to be there. They change how many mobs are in the raid dungeon? At least for these. The only way I'll know for sure is when I get past the bridge. Because there's supposed to be 4 that spawn in the area right before Naga. Yay, stunlock. Ooh, that was a good one. Getting a pretty powerful boulder there, huh? Interesting. So both of these are up. And I don't hope there's a path or hit him for a whole point of damage. Whoa, that's epic. Well, son of a biscuit. Let's see how this plays out. One way or another, we're gonna get these down to 1. There we go. That'll work. Not the first one I blew up. Getting a case of the sneezes. Hopefully I muted it in time. Don't need to blow out your eardrums. Unless you're weird and you like that. Oh, my divine purpose randomly faded, which was supposed to be permanent. Doesn't seem very permanent, does it? And then we'll get a little bit of a rest period before we engage the next target. Which gives me a little bit of time to check out something dark side. Okay, let's check to see. Polished. It's on merge. Okay, that's good. And the other one could be stays on sold. Because I don't need it. Don't want it. Doubt will kill Lord Nugavin. I don't think I put it much of anything on auto sell. Okay, good enough. I think there might be a roamer, so we'll pull him back here just to be safe. See. 5 or 6 mobs left, unless they changed it. But no more than 8, I think. We'll soon find out. It'll be interesting if I can solo Lord Nagafen. I had 41 with crap gear. Somehow I doubt it, but we'll see. Well, not so crap gear, but at best mid-tier gear. Don't have any plain armor, don't have any plain weapons. Okay. So there could potentially be 4 in that room. We're gonna find out. It's only 2. Of course he did. Well, looks like we'll get him alone. We'll do defensive stance. Yeah, we'll get him alone. Whoops. It was a whoopsie. I think this is probably going to be a longer fight. Let's just switch it right over. Starlock, Starlock. Oh, that was a good heal. Yeah, I don't think my stuns can interrupt them. Yeah, we got his buffs. And he's out of mana, which is good for me. At least it should be good for me. He could still pound me pretty hard with his fist. Big meaty fist. Okay, we got both of those back. Switch back. Time for you to die. Well, one of us is gonna die. Pretty sure it's not me, because I still have my Leo hands, unless, of course, you get some nasty crit for 1,000 hit points, which is possible. I don't think he could do 3,000. but I've been known to be wrong before. There we go. And we got the mask, which is about as good as it gets. I think that was the last non-magical piece that I have. At least with that minimal amount of stats on it. Well, this one just has haze, but good enough. Oh, I guess this piece. Here I thought it had something else on it. Weird. Hopefully we can break this up. Not working out like I hoped. I think I got it. There we go. If you're wondering why I'm recasting my buffs at around the 5-6 minute mark, I tend to have a bad habit of forgetting about it. And then it fades. And it's even harder to find out what the hell I need to, well, a little harder. At that point, I'd probably just click through all of them. But I'd rather not forget. So that was the last name for this this dungeon raid. Other than the dragon that's still coming up. I don't think I can take him, especially when I'm only level 41. Might have been able to take him at 50, but we're here to try. Wow, range is 70. It's fucking weak. No. Apparently, paladins are no good at throwing this. Well, that's lame. Yeah, I'll keep it anyway. So at some point I'll be a Shadow Knight, possibly a Beast Lord or a Berserker. We'll see. There was a time when Paladins couldn't even shoot a bow in this game. Apparently it was too complicated. So there's a potential there's two more guarding the other side of the door that Nagavin is at. So there's either just him left, or there's him and two more fire giant guards. But either way, we're getting towards the end. Oops. I meant lightning strike. And he resisted. And then he stunned me. Jerk. You're not allowed. Don't let it. I already killed him. He didn't drop it. I got his, got the polished mithril mask. Otherwise, I think I had it on auto sell, to be honest. Did, or it never dropped for me. Oh, that's not it. Either it didn't drop for me, or I've been selling it manually. But I already killed him. So I won't see it at this rate. Sorry. Sorry, Neonek. Can't test that out for you. Okay. We are at the end of my solo raid. Let's do defensive. I'm gonna assume that he's pretty resistant, so I'm gonna switch this up. this out, put it here so I'm not confizzled myself. Was that lightning shock? I think it was that one. We shall confirm. Storm. Probably not gonna be able to use that either. Well, let's see what we do. We're not doing very much. We're giving a little tickle, tickle, tickle. And he is not tickling me. He's hitting me pretty good. He's got 14 levels on me, plus he's a dragon boss. Let's see if I can actually do any damage with this. Did it actually hit? It did. Look at that. Maybe I should have left it the other way. Okay. We'll reset. Change my spells back and try one more time. Got him down 8%. Not bad for a first try, huh? It has extended enhancement 3. On it, so no worries. That's what it says. But it's limited to Bard, Necro, Wizard, Mage. So I'd have to put in the secondary that those classes can use, which is none of my weapons. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, switch these back. And switch these back. Greater heal. It's here. I think that's how I had it. I'm losing my mind, I think. That's how I had it before. Okay, last try. So where do we get them down to? 95 or 92%? I think he's hurting me even harder this time. %. I think that's about where I got him last time. Well, I just beat the last time. 89%. Look at that. I don't think we're going to win this, but we'll delay this out as much as possible. This is a losing battle. Okay. Not quite strong enough. Maybe at level 50? Or at least with maybe a better heal. A couple more levels. Probably gonna need a couple more levels at least. Could probably take him at level 50. But I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you all for joining me for a short little stint for a night run. Got a couple more levels. Didn't see the Lord of Freet. So, yeah, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit that like button. You get notifications and all that fun stuff. Boobity bobbity boop. Yeah, that's about all I got. And subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe.